Today I'm sharing the Making Memories card kit from Love from Lizi. I'll show you what's all inside and give you a little bit of inspiration on how you can use it. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. I am excited today to have this gorgeous kit from Love from Lizi. It is the Making Memories card kit from December of 2025, so a new release coming up for this month. And I really haven't gone through this yet. I've just kind of opened things up for ease of sharing it with you. So we'll kind of look through it together. But I have my little thank you note from Love from Lizi. There is an embossing folder and A2 size, and it's got like a really pretty kind of like floral leafy pattern to it. There are some ivory rosette buttons. So you can kind of see the backs and then the rosette part. There are also some little gold rosette embellishments. A little trio of gold gem hearts. There's a set of banners with some floral images, and then some airplanes, and then some parachutes, and then the back side are kind of like what would be like your normal B-side pattern. Some 4x6 journal cards. Two little mini cards. They remind me of the size of a like table tent, like what you would put on a dinner table for like a name card, show a seat assignment. They are about 3.5 inches wide, and then folded would be about 2.5. So you fold them, could also make a cute little mini card as well. There is a variety of thin ribbons that match the colors of the kit. A little die set. You've got a scalloped heart. And then this one says, "With love." Stamp set. You have thanks, or thank with an S, so it could be thank or thanks. And then love. And then a bunch of words that could go with those. So a lot, so thanks a lot. You for everything, very much, many for being you, both, and miss, you millions, sending, and luck, and with. So like you could say with love, with thanks, thanks very much, sending love, love you both. So you could put these together in a variety of different ways to create a whole bunch of sentiments. And then you also have some kind of leaf stems as, decoration with your stamps. This really pretty royal purple peel-off strips with the gold accent. Some really cool textured floral stickers. They're almost like a textured vinyl, but like on a kind of a clear backing. A really nice gold textured cardstock. I don't know if you can see the texture in that at all. Really fun. Some black glitter cardstock, but like the glitter's kind of embedded, so like nothing rubs off. That's my favorite kind of glitter. A sticker sheet of word stickers. 2 sheets of floral stickers. Then we have the cardstock. We've got a kind of royal blue, turquoise, green, white, and purple. And then the gorgeous patterned paper. So this top sheet here has cut aparts in a variety of sizes. You've got some 4x6, 3x4, and then some 4x4 as well. Back side of that is kind of like a pretty reddish pink leaf pattern. I love this floral pattern. Love the colors. Kind of the watercolor look to it as well. Just gorgeous. back side of that. It's kind of like a mixed media-ish pattern. You've got like with a kind of a almost like a postcard-ish background, but then you've got these circles and then florals coming out behind them, so kind of a cool 3D mixed media effect. On this page with some green polka dots. This page actually looks, you could probably use it as is, or you could probably fussy cut out if you needed some additional embellishments. It looks like you could fussy cut out some of those images and use them that way as well. More florals, some yellow stripes. And this one's got the cute little biplane down here, and then a sky scene on the back. So this kit is just so pretty, and I am excited to dive into it and have some fun. So let's start that now and see what we can create for some inspiration for you all. I have a really quick project for you today. I have a mini composition notebook I had picked up from Walmart. This project was inspired by the airplanes and then one of the sticker sayings. I thought it would kind of go well together. So I have a couple pieces of the cloud paper that I cut down. I measured the front of my mini composition notebook from the edge of the black spine to the end. So mine was almost 2 3/4 inches wide. So I went ahead and cut it wider, a little bit wider than the notebook. And I also cut it a little bit longer than the notebook height. So it's about 4.5, I think. I think I went up to 4 3/4. I just wanted to leave a little bit of an overhang so I could come back and trim it. I would rather trim it than it be too short. I am just using some double-sided score tape for the front here just because you could use wet glue. I just struggle with wet glue on these shiny fronts of the notebooks. Sometimes it takes a lot longer for the glue to dry, so things tend to move around. So I went for a quicker dry option. So I went ahead and put my paper on, and you can kind of see it's overlapping pretty much all 3 sides. I'm going to burnish it down and then come in with my detail scissors and just trim it up to the edge. Again, I just find this easier. I would rather have too much overhang than not enough to cover the whole front of the notebook. So we'll finish trimming this up, and then we will go ahead and move to the inside front cover. Sometimes I cover the spine and just wrap paper all the way around. This time, I don't know, I felt the black would work well with the pattern I was using on the front. So for the inside here, I am going for my wet glue. And again, I measured the inside cover of the notebook and then added extra on all sides. So mine was 3 1/4 inches wide by 4.5 inches tall. So I just added a little bit extra, and once I got my paper down with the wet glue, again I'm burnishing just to make sure it's going to seal well, and then we'll come in and trim this up. This project is actually from Call Me Crafty Owl. She did this several years ago, and I have made it several times, but it's a little composition notebook that you decorate, and you add a pocket on the inside that can be used as a gift card pocket, and it's just kind of a fun way to give a gift. So I always like having some of these on hand. Add a pin to it, and you've got a cute little gift set. Now that the front's done, I'm just going to repeat that process on the back side. Wanted to mention in the description box below, I'll have the kit linked for you, and then I will also have Lizi's video where she shows you everything that's in the kit in more detail, and then she also talks about some shipping dates that you need to pay attention to, or order dates, just because of the holidays coming up, and mail times have kind of fluctuated anyway, just especially between Canada and if you're in the US or another country, it can take a little bit longer. And then just when you're adding the holidays in, things are going to take a lot longer anyway. So I think she's wanting to get things out sooner just to make sure everything gets to you in a timely fashion. So I'll link that video if you want to watch that. She will give you all of the dates that you need to pay attention to. And, she's also sharing some of the other products that were just the fun products that were released this month. So check out that description box. And then I will also be back in the next few weeks with some more projects with this kit. I am really looking forward to diving into this some more. I have some ideas of how I want to use it already, so stay tuned for that. When I did the front cover, I kind of slid my inside paper up a little too close to the edge of the paper. So on the back side, even though I'm going to be doing the same process, I am going to kind of leave a little bit of space between the edge of the cover and the paper, just so it opens and closes a little easier. So I didn't put my glue as close to the spine, the inside spine, as I did on the front, just because I was a little too close on that one. Again, trimming up the overhang. I have to admit, I had a hard time cutting into this paper because it was so pretty. I didn't want to mess up any of the patterns. So I really just kind of sat and stared at it for a bit before I knew what I wanted to make, but I didn't want to cut into the paper. Just, have you ever felt that way? Something so pretty, you don't want to cut it up. You don't want to mess with it. You just want to just sit and look at it and feel it and enjoy it. So for the inside front cover, I'm adding my little pocket. And this was actually just a scrap piece I had left over, and it was the perfect size. So it is about 3 inches wide and 2.5 inches tall. And then I just used a circle punch to punch a notch in the top, so that, kind of like that finger notch, so that it just makes it easier to slide things in and out. I have this little biplane that I fussy cut from that pattern, the sheet that had all of the patterns or all the different images on it. I fussy cut that out, and then I'm using the sticker, the phrase sticker that says "So the adventure begins." And I was just looking at the sheet again to see if there's anything else that I wanted to add to it, and I decided that nothing really worked well enough to make it any better. I liked it just the way it was. So I'm going to use some wet glue to add that down. Since it's on the front cover, I want to make sure it's going to stick and that the spine will open. And then here's that little biplane. It was the smallest plane on that piece. I just fussy cut that out, and then we'll glue that down. I do have a little card that said, place gift card here, that I'm going to stick on the inside. Just if I ever sell these, that I use those just so people know. But our project was done already. Super quick and fun. Again, please check the description box for the links to Lizi's video and to this month's kit. Thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.